Howdy y'all, Take it here and welcome to another adventure. We are continuing in Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, where we are starting to thin the merry band of misfits. This is my crew. The four of us and my two Alexanders are all we have left to stop the end of the world. So we have learned in this place, in Ultima Thule, that each of these islands are created via the memories and emotions of a dying civilization, which we have also learned was a civilization that was kind of like assimilated emotion-wise by Medion. Medion and one of her sisters, because they're all one hive mind, met the civilization on the verge of collapse in their twilight days. So the first civilization we met were the dragons from Midgar Sormer's planet, who were tired of conflict. They had they lived in peace, okay? And then Omega and his robotic crew came and decimated the planet only to find the planet unworthy, and then they left the ruins behind and the corrupted ether behind, and the dragons could no longer reproduce, they could no longer live on the planet, so they decided to take whatever eggs they could and send dragons out into the universe to try to find a new star to start a new life. That's how Midgar Sormer found our planet. He called it the last bastion of hope because we were the last planet that he saw that had thriving life and not a life on the end of wanting oblivion. But unfortunately, on his home planet, it wasn't the same. His home planet, the dragons can live so long, and those who could not end their own lives just waited and waited and waited and waited for oblivion to take them. And that, as they kept saying, break the cycle, break the cycle, break the cycle. And that strong emotion of despair and kind of like a depression to not continue consumed them, consumed Medion, because as she takes in emotion, she feels them as her own and then pushes that back out in the dynamis. Oh, let me re-up Alex's thing real quick. And that was the end of the dragons. So when we were stuck on the Dragon Island, we could not continue. We could not teleport to another island. Estinian found out we have to kind of counteract it. So we talked to like the leader of the group, I'll End, and he sacrificed himself to show, yes, the emotion of conflict. Conflict is depressing. It's hard. It's harsh. His own family died from conflict, but you need conflict to discover peace. You can't just wait out the end. You need to fight for it. And that counter emotion allowed us to leave the island, but it caused Estinian to dissipate. His ether dissipated. His dynamis let us continue. Then we get to the second island where we discover a civilization called the Aya, who are obsessed with knowledge. So obsessed they left their physical corporeal forms to become immortal ether beings to research unabated, only for them to discover what will happen at the end of the universe. Even though that's millennia away, even more than that, it's way, 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 way far away. They lost their reason to live because they said that there will eventually be a point where there will be no civilization to inherit our knowledge. And all these purple lines you see behind me, those are tombstones of these beings that killed themselves by dissipating their own ether. So they wanted us to help them get physical bodies. Hey, there's someone flying. Okay. They wanted us to help them get physical bodies so they could properly die and end their existence instead of waiting eternity for oblivion. The people that could not end themselves, again, were waiting for the end. They had no reason to live. And they said that their pursuit of knowledge became their reason to want to stop existing. And again, that's the feeling that Medion took in. And then Ishtola and Arianje counteracted that with the desire and joy of knowledge and understanding and wanting to learn more and to continue on. You know, truth is in the eye of the beholder, as Stola said. So, oh, there goes another person. Bye. So, they, again, sacrificed themselves. Their ether dissipated. Their dynamis continued. And their dynamis, let's see if I can even see it. Their dynamis formed this pillar. I can't find it now. Their dynamis formed a pillar that will allow us to continue on and find Medion. So Medion appeared and she's like, wow, like the desire for knowledge was kind of lit up again for this civilization. How does a civilization that's dying finally get the will to live again? And it's because of the emotion, the dynamis that we use and we shape reality. So then we're like, okay, Medion, we're gonna find you. And so Medion told us that she is in this star above me. It's a dead star. And inside this dead star is souls, basically. So Medion discovered that even if she kills a world, even if the world doesn't exist anymore, the soul's ether of those who die on that world still join the ethereal sea and get reborn somewhere else. So Medion, in her infinite wisdom and wanting to stop our suffering, has decided that she will capture these souls into here so they do not return to the etheric sea and thus cannot even be born. To end suffering and to stop the cycle of suffering, you must stop them from being born. And she told us that our friends who have been dissipated, Thancred so we could breathe, Estinian so we could travel, and Ishtal and Arianje so we could discover Medion, they're in there. Their etheric beings are in there, their etheric souls, and they were not returned to the ethereal sea. That's how their dynamis is still holding here with us. So, as long as they don't dissipate into a mush, or we don't use the soul of Azim to bring them back, the rock that we have, we'll be fine. But that means we can't bring them back. Ugh. So now we're going to go talk to Graha, and we're going to continue. And oh my god, if they make the twins go and they have to separate from each other, I might lose it. I didn't really cry for Estrella because I thought there was still hope. But Estinian got me. Let's go. And look at the names of the quests. You see, every time there's a new quest that comes up, it like, the name is more messed up somehow. So now it's like victory cannot translate lost. So victory will be lost, victory will not be lost. Like, what is it? Graha regards his comrades and psalms. Oh, you're all ready to continue on. Then let us make for the light shown. Ishtola and Arianja have opened the way for us. This is rough, dude. Look at that star. Oh, and they said that... Oh, wow. And they were saying how these Ias out here, they're just wanting a body so bad they'll just like freaking steal it from you. We discovered a new location! Okay. The tube. The YouTube! Graha? Judging by the direction, this should be the place. Some manner of AI device. If our friends awakened it, then it should be safe to use. Yes, I can feel it. The ether emanating from the arcane pattern. This is a portal, and no mistake. Let us see where it leads. The portal of wisdom. Teleport. Ooh, Alec? Level trigger. Wait. This is Alpha Omega. This is Alpha Omega, the level trackers from... What? Is this gonna explain why they attacked the dragons to begin with? Intruder alert. Eliminate, eliminate. Pass through the portal and wait for your comrades. Is this the memory of the... Is this gonna finally explain why they attacked the dragons? This looks just like... Omega's technology. Amazing. Yet another civilization. This looks very familiar. Attacked as soon as you arrived. Not the most welcome of places, is it? You must try to find denizens who are amenable to conversation. We should also get a lay of the land. See how far we can go. I'll help Alpha know with that. In the meantime, you and Graha search for friendlier folk. Okay. Oh, I probably should do it without the... Yeah. Oh, I see a crystal back there. I see an etherite. Apart from the hostile beings, take care with your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. Not knowing what the locals are like, you best take care of yourself. We'll find once you finish exploring. This is where Omega is from. I expect the twins will seek the outermost bounds of the Isle, so I propose we search the central area. There are machines patrolling here and there, sentinels in all likelihood. Like those you encounter, they'll most certainly attack any who venture too close. So let us avoid them and look for others that appear more approachable. I'm gonna... Hold on. Let me go to the Aetheryte first. Oh. This area... This is Omega's civilization. Why? Their Aetheryte looks awesome. Wow. Now I'll go back to the story point. But is this where... Will this explain why they attacked Midgard-Sormer? And I wonder if I get even more knowledge since I ran that raid. One of my favorites, by the way. I think it might be my favorite. No, Alex. I don't know. It's one of my favorites. You see naught but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem inclined to non-violent intercourse. Wow. Oh. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Bloop, bloop. Hello. Friends! Oh, hi, Graha. Look, Dahika. These machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for the denizens of this star. I like the text box. Bzz, unknown life forms detected. Assigning generic label. Interplanetary travelers. Greetings and welcome to the planet. Bleep, bleep, bleep. The planet? Can you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name in our tongue. It may be translated to yours as Albatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called Omicrons, and you stand within one of our outposts. The Omicrons, you say? And what is it that you do here? We are preparing for war. A gasp. As we presently do not have a designated target, you have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody or terminated. Not a little frightening, these Omicrons. But at least they seem forthright. I'll see what else I can learn from this fellow. Can you try speaking with the others? Hello. NZ055. Coffee's going off, oh no! Bleep bloop. Autonomous weapon deployment complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munitions levels satisfactory. Combat readiness assessments nominal. Awaiting instructions from sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. So this civilization is just robots? Ooh, ether current! Bzz, bzz. Measuring combat capability. Result negligible. Subject falls outside targeting perimeters. Greetings, travelers! We are the Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the homeworld of beings whose strength is said to be unparalleled. Their dragon. No! Wait! Their civilization fell out. Wait! So, hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold that thought for a second, Mr. N0253. So you're telling me your civilization was only built to better enhance itself through the acquirement of combat data. Assimilating, as it were. Kind of like the Borg, but via combat data. And then once you assimilate that combat data knowledge, you just leave? So your only purpose in life is to just attack things? And your Twilight days happened right after you killed the dragons? What? 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 Yet, though the Endeavor yielded a wealth of combat data, the star was rendered barren and unable to reveal resources, and subsequent costing determined the loss incurred exceeded the gains. Your war with the dragons killed the planet, and then you found no resources to take from it, so you just left. Bzzzt. Greetings, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware my functioning units. They do not heed Sir's commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. But you weren't so confused to be advised that Sir is alias of Stigma 1. Sir issues instructions to our forces at the foremost of the 6 strategic matrices of the Bear designated Stigma. Wait, what? Well, I see an ether current over there, so I'm gonna go get it. Let's go get it. I'm gonna go get it. I'm going. So these beings only live to attack and only wish to gain knowledge through battle. So then, and their heyday was apparently their. Hold on. You learned a few things, so did I. Ere we share our findings, however, I believe it's best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. So, these people reach their high-end... Ah, there you are. We finished surveying the area. This will come as no surprise, but there's no way forward. There were portals like the ones we used to get here, but those work only sent us to isolated isles. Then as before, we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves did you find anyone to speak with? We found robots! So the Omicrons seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue a new command, and so they wait. Oh, that's why they're waiting for Oblivion. In such a place, who could it be that fits Ariante's description? A soul whose yearning for Oblivion surpasses all others. Ariante said this? During our investigation before he joined you in Elegia, so that's the way of it. Why couldn't he just say it to all of us? Given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons and the Ea long for death, the Omicrons long for conflict. As much as that may lead to destruction, it must be considered a distinct desire. So, the dragons longed for oblivion, death, because they had nothing to live for. The Ea longed for death because their knowledge said the universe would go to nothingness. The Omicrons are longing for battle and just longing for their next order from Sigma, from Sir. What if Sir doesn't give the order because there's nothing left to attack? He's the denizen we have to find. Oopsies, I just hit my desk. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to M032, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there is a console by which we might communicate with it. M032 also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. Wouldn't you say? Maybe Sir shut down? Maybe Sir shut down, and so they never received their final order, and so they're just waiting. They're not waiting for oblivion like you would expect, they're just waiting for conflict. Oh! Interesting. So the console we seek lies at the far side of the aisle. Given the nature of the ground, the room may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let us watch our step and make our way. Do you see the name of the scenario? It's unreadable. No bound? No bounds, maybe? The text is becoming illegible. Our hold on reality is slipping. Each time there's a new quest, the text is more and more messed up. We're losing our grip on reality, maybe? Oh my gosh, this area is something else. Okay. Oh, who's gonna sacrifice themselves next? Stigma 1. Greetings, sir. Can you hear me? Can you say something? Awake, activate, password. Well, I tried. Alpha? Alfie. The glow would suggest it's still operational, but how do we interact with it? Graha. This appears to be the console. This seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? Can you detect my fight with Omega? I surpassed Omega. Try touching, smacking, and tuning, but there is no response. No luck, I see, but there must be a way to activate it. There must.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough, but if we can't even activate it...
Perhaps there is a way. First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega. Sid built a jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
Sure.
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
So you had to have beaten the Omega storyline to do this, because otherwise you wouldn't get any of this.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
Sure. Or I could use my custom-made Omega Jammer.
You still have it! Sid and Nero's legendary device which brought low the superweapon Omega. Wait, the actual device was much too big to lug around, so you must only have the control module. Nero was getting all excited.
Sorry, God.
Never mind. An old-fashioned spell will suffice.
Thundaga. Black Mage mode activated. It's operational.
It worked!
Opening connection to communications module 1. Connection established. Transmission. Strategic Matrix Signal 1 now online. As a primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
So they found no fight left to fight after the dragons?
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations suboptimal. Please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
So he never received the next order.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
So they just never received the next order. So the operation... Okay. Let's focus our search on the outpost. Alistair and I will try to speak with the Omicrons this time in hopes we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Grahawk could observe them from a distance. These beings are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, let's begin. Let's begin this way. I believe I sighted a promising vantage point. Follow me. So... these had just, for like an eternity, been on a holding pattern, a holding order, until new orders could be provided. Gosh darn, you guys have such a large attack range! Okay, gotta find the Omicron and target it. Now it's easy to find. So we found one that is acting suspicious. No, can't want it easily. Where? Right there. He's looking for purpose. Aha, I see it. He's scratching his head. It's left the base. Let's follow it. You have to finish Omega to do this. You just have to. Like, there's no way you could do this world without playing the Omega arc. It's impossible. It has to be impossible. Has to be possible. It's not here, but definitely came this way. It must have used the portal. Time to go through and see what we find. Whee! Ah! Hello, M017, the Tree of Life. Huh. Hello. It's a weird tree. I wonder if this is the operations unit. What's up, little guy? This is what is your curry? Ah, you found it. What are you doing here? take that picture. I am looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star, as it cannot survive in our environment. However, it requires life support that is a function of the device. Huh. Why would you acquire something from another star? To go to such lengths to sustain it, is there something special about this tree? Being formatted protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. But he doesn't want to discard it. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is a problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves like we did countless others. We conquered the star whence the tree came. In the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards which we may aspire, yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way, and to what end? I do not understand. It doesn't understand the will to live. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my design post and assume a state of combat readiness. So it's acting outside of orders. Perhaps it is simply a malfunctioning Omicron, but they are by no means uncommon, but may also be a unit possessed with the ability to make decisions, one not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. Maybe that's the operations unit. To endeavor to live, even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. He's gonna be the next to go. Tell me, Taheka, one day when this adventure becomes part of your epic, do you think I'll be mentioned in it? Of course you will! Of course, why wouldn't you be? Maybe a footnote. You're not here, so you... Of course, why wouldn't you be? You truly think so? That would be a... No. I shouldn't say such thing until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we had better get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of the emotion which bars our way. Graha's next. Graha's so next. So, that Omicron, all he knows is to fight and to conquer. But that Omicron has learned how to think. And it wants to know why, even when this tree cannot survive on its own, why it's so determined to live. And it doesn't understand. Hey, the text is normal again. Hello, world. We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. I might just warp to it, yeah. So... the text is back to normal. That's got to be a sign, right? Where are they? Oh, they're there. So these things... what's the emotion then? Other than them just waiting on an order. Graha says he found a suspicious Omicron. That's good, because the units here were of no help. They all had the same thing to say about the extended operations unit, that there was no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. But enough about this. Tell us what you learned. Tell me you learned something more useful. Yeah, we found this Omicron who thinks on its own and was looking at a tree and was erratic and was questioning why they live. An Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the others were even a fraction as philosophical. The unit may well be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that conspire Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. With the technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. The problem is, how do we go about ascertaining if that's what happened? When I attempted to probe further, it promptly ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal his true identity. Oh, so that unit was Sir! I have an idea. Fight it? We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger, much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, this could suggest it has a connection to Sir. Inspiring idea, I dare say it's worth a try. I have a feeling you'll be on board this time. You must allow me to do the honors. I will stand guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part then, I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, Teheka, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behavior. I should mention that shortly before your turn, the Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed off towards the console. At first, I assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps it's going to Sir. That could be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin the operation at once. Alright, Alpha and I will stay out at the console, and when it's time, we'll unleash a veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron! So the Omicron that we found might be Sir in an Omicron's body? And since it has a higher functional ability to think, it might be contemplating things. Okay, run past the Delta. Run past the Delta! Run past the Delta! Ah! Go away! I'm 017. This is easier again. Where's your carry? You're the one who is observing the tree, are you not? Full glad am I to find you again. I have a question for you, see, about the device which sustains the tree. Provided it does not necessitate the disclosure of recursion. Crowd has become distracted with Omicron. Soon Alice will strike the console with lightning. Observe M017 closely for anomalous behavior after Alice has cast her spell. You may move the camera as well as zoom in. Target an area and confirm it with R2. They're connected. This is Sir. You're Sir! And I'm Lise. Performing diagnostics, error confirmed. My connection to Central Command is suffering from intermittent failures. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You'll excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance. It's to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrade struck the console used to communicate with Sir. This is the cause of your anomaly. You're connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know, but before we speak further, we must move away from other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well, our friends are at the console. Let us head there. he is connected to Sir, but he is not Sir? Or did Sir pass this knowledge on to this Omicron, and now this Omicron cannot fight anymore? Maybe. I couldn't target him. Explain yourself, Omicron M017.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma One. It is, was, my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. His body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused.
So this is the operation.
I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as they do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies.
They made themselves robots.
Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us.
So it's kind of similar to how the Garleans thought. The Garleans were kicked out of their homeland, made to live in North Isilbard, where they then used technology and ceruleum to empower themselves to then start conquering their enemies, because if you conquer them, they cannot defeat you. So it's kind of the same ideology.
Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons.
There's nothing left to fight for.
But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
There is nothing left to conquest.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted.
After the
It
dragons.
was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal?
The dragons were the ultimate test.
To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
Regret?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
Regret.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
I don't think it's possible for them to do that.
That is impossible.
It's how they're programmed.
In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost.
Omega can dream.
Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
Ah.
Oh,
I believe I know how to overcome this despair.
Oh no.
The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them,
He goes too.
I want you to make me a promise.
No, don't do this again to me, Graha.
Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
You say I'll do it. I can't. Not again. I can't. I know. I want to say you say I'll do it, but I can't, man. You made me do this before when you were XR. You said take me along on your adventure. You see, I'm tearing up already. He's gonna come back. They're all gonna come back. You say I'll do it. Oh God, I can't.
Is that so? In that case, I
I'll
won't hold
find
back.
any way to bring you back, Graham. He sacrificed so much.
First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly.
Okay.
We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights.
Okay.
Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible.
I can do that.
I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account.
I'm crying.
Love
I'm crying.
taste a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before.
Okay.
We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will.
It will. Move that out of the way. Move, 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 move. I'm crying, dude. Don't do it. I probably just broke your hand with my ring. I'm like legit crying. Oh, he wants this adventure.
If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before?
I'm crying. I am flat out crying right now. I knew this would happen. And they got the music. Oh, my family's gonna so make fun of me for this. Oh.
Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories. Yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say. Yet, technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings.
Don't play the music.
For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Desires?
Were you able to determine an answer?
He did. He didn't!
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts.
Crying.
Whatever came before, what matters most is the present.
To live for the here and now.
For me, that is being here with my friends. Full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unalike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants.
Not anymore.
If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
It can't accept it. It can't accept a possible hope. Oh, Graha! Crystal! Graha has fused himself with their technology. I can't. Oh my god, this game. I am crying. My family's gonna still make fun of it.
Idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
Oh god. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't with this game. Oh, that was way too hard. My family is so gonna make fun of me for that. I swear to God, if they make Alphino sacrifice himself for the greater good, I'm gonna lose it. And the music! Oh, this is not how I wanted to start this day. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta complete the quest and then I think I'm gonna stop for the day. I can't, man. They all leave so easily as if it's nothing. How do they think we feel? Next time we meet, I'll give him such a flick and that'll just be the start. Okay. Hallie. Oh my gosh, I can't. My makeup is ruined, that's for sure. Legit just cried. Still crying. Oh my gosh, the next quest is called Forge Ahead. This is the end. It's gotta be the end. This has to be the end. I can't. I flippin' can. Oh, that was hard. I can't. That. Oh my god. He gave them a reason to live. They thought that there was no hope left. They've gotten rid of their hope and everything to become these ultimate fighting machines. And when they defeated the dragons, they found out there was no equal. There was nothing left to fight for. And Graha showed them they couldn't even dream. They lost their ability to dream and hope and aspire. And Graha showed them the way, because the people on the First did the same thing. The people on the First also lost their hope and ability to dream and aspire to something more. And he revitalized that hope as the Crystal Exarch. He stopped the end, gave them hope to survive and continue, and saved them from the flood of light. And he did it with them. Look at this. He turned it into crystal. That's Graha right there. Graha fused with the Omicron hive mind, basically. And just like he gave hope with the Crystal Tower to the people of the First, he gave hope to the Omicrons and gave them a reason to live. All of them are giving these civilizations a reason to live. He gave them the reason to live by giving them hope. Ishtola and Arianje get the others a reason to live by giving them curiosity and desire. And Estinian gave the dragons a reason to live with the promise of peace after conflict. To keep fighting for peace. Vancred sacrificed himself so we could even start all of this, to survive. He gave everyone the will to just survive. This is so rough. Well, I'm gonna end it there because I don't know if I can emotionally handle it anymore. I have a feeling we really need to edit, especially since the next quest is called Forge Ahead, which is gonna break my heart if one of the twins, or both of the twins together, because they can't do it without the other, sacrifice themselves and then I go it alone. I have to fight Medion alone. I think that might happen. I think the twins are gonna go together. I think whatever trial comes up next, whatever memory or emotion, they're gonna go together. They won't be able to go without each other. They're gonna go together. And I am going to lose it. I just lost it with Graha. The music. I can't, man. I flip a can. Oh, well, now that I'm emotionally destroyed, that's gonna be it for now. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.